Hi students, Ms. Bird here. In this lecture, we will be answering the question, what does it mean to store and release energy? So last time you learned that energy can be converted from one form to another. When it's not in the process of being converted from one form to another, it's either being stored or released. So let's think of an example. Let's think about a spring. If I press down on that spring, I'm using mechanical or movement energy and putting that energy into the spring. So when I'm pressing down, am releasing energy. But now that energy is stored inside the spring. Then if I let go, what happens? The energy is released again because the spring springs open back to its normal size. So let's get a few definitions. Potential energy is energy that is being stored. Pause and take a note. Kinetic energy is energy that is being released as light, heat, motion, or action. Pause and take a note. So with our new definitions of potential energy and kinetic energy, let's look back at the spring. So when I press the spring and I'm releasing energy but putting it into the spring, that is potential energy because the energy is now being stored inside that compressed spring. However, as soon as I let go and it springs open again, when it's springing back open, that is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is when you see movement happening. You know that's kinetic energy. Let's look at a few more examples. Here we have a girl who is standing kind of on the edge of a cliff, and you can see on the left-hand side she's holding a ball. That ball is full of potential energy. It has this movement energy that's stored up inside of it. Then when she lets go, what's going to happen? Of course, it's going to fall down. It will go off the edge of the cliff. When it's when it's moving, when it's releasing that energy, that is our kinetic energy. Let's look at another example. How about this rock that's teetering on the edge of the cliff? This is very similar from our last one. As it's sitting there, not moving, it is full of potential energy. But you could imagine that just one little tiny nudge and it would easily fall off, and that stored up potential energy would be released into kinetic energy as it's falling down. Here again we have the picture of the spring. As soon as that person lets their hand go, that energy will be released and you will see kinetic energy. Here we have an archer with a bow and arrow. As he has that bow pulled back, he's storing that energy. It's potential energy. The second he lets go, that arrow will release the energy and kinetic energy. Okay, now it's your turn to try one on your own. Write in your notes whether what we're seeing here is potential energy or kinetic energy, and whichever one it is, explain then how it could be the other. So if you say that this is potential energy, tell me what this girl could do to change this situation so that it is kinetic energy. And there you have it. Now you know what it means to store and release energy. See you next time.